I would like anybody to share any stories or anecdotes about their travel experiences or living in another country as a foreigner or as an immigrant, whatever. I mean, I think it would be cool really to have these kind of stories. I just want to kind of encourage everybody to do this. If you don't have a personal experience of having lived somewhere as a foreigner or an immigrant, if you think you might make some contribution in that area, please feel free to do so. So anyone that would like to do that will be highly appreciated. Actually, which just reminds me, there was this situation that I heard about a plane, so people were flying, moving from another country to another, and they were moving by plane, of course. Just like, I traveled by plane from South Africa to Canada, and the plane, of course, was moving. Everything was working well. The plane was at a cruising altitude and that sort of stuff. Suddenly, the plane started losing altitude. The pilot called the air hostess, to say that, we are losing altitude. We don't know why, but we are losing altitude. Although we're losing it slowly, but we're losing altitude, and it's not a good thing. So I would like you to tell the passengers not to panic. Okay, the air hostess says, ladies and gentlemen, the pilot has just notified me that we are currently experiencing a gradual loss of altitude. Do not panic, everything's under control, but we're still trying to investigate why the plane is losing altitude. And from there, of course, everything went on normal. And then, but of course, people are kind of uneasy at that point, becoming a little edgy there, And then the pilot called the air hostess and said, we continue to lose altitude, so I think we want to implement a solution here whereby everybody has to get rid of their luggage and just throw it out of the plane. And this way it will lighten the weight of the plane, and hopefully, we can stay on the altitude, on the cruising altitude. And then the air hostess came and said, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to lose altitude. We have decided now that we must get rid of our luggage. It will appear that this luggage is adding to the loss of the altitude. If we get rid of the luggage, it will make the plane lighter. People started getting rid of their luggage, palm pilots, PDA, laptops, bags, wallet, anything they had to get rid of. After a little while, the air hostess checked with the pilot, and the pilot said, we continue to lose altitude. I think now we have to take another option, which is a little bit more drastic. Air hostess says, what's that? Well, I think we should get rid of passengers. What? Yes, we have to get rid of passengers, but to be fair to everybody, we're going to do it in alphabetical order. Okay? So the air hostess went to the passengers and said, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to lose altitude despite the measures that we implemented of getting rid of luggage. Now, we've decided that we must get rid of passengers, but to be fair to everybody, we're going to do it in alphabetical order. People said, what? Everybody's scared at that particular moment. Then she started and said, okay, any Africans in here? And of course, the Africans are always the first to go, And of course, nobody moved. Any Africans in here? No, nobody moved. And the air hostess said, any Caribbeans in here? No, nobody moved. Any Indians in here? Any Jamaicans in here? No, it was all quiet. And then another kid said to his mother, mother, what are we? He said, no, we're Zulus. We're all Zulus. And of course, the Zulus did survive in that plane. I just want to point out that, and there was of course Zulus, and everybody survived because of the Zulus. So, and what's interesting, the Zulus are very powerful. Even the pilot has to get out of the plane before the Zulus. Check this out. So, very important stuff, So I just want to say that, we're all Zulus in the Mtumkulu channel. Very important. Check this out. Very, very important. Peace.